You're watching Up North at 4. It's Wednesday, June 10th. Grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee because it's tea time here in the North Woods. Jeff and Theo, how are you guys?
We're having a pretty good day after a busy night last night. Gosh, 3 inches of rainfall from tropicals to depression, Cristobal.
I loved every second of it.
You know what? There's something about a heavy rain at night kind of lulls you to sleep, right?
I slept with the window open, the blinds were up, and somehow, and I'm a light sleeper.
Yeah.
But it was just somehow
It is
soothing.
cool because it's a tropical downpour. There's no thunder to it because the column of air is all kind of the same temperature, so you don't have any updrafts.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, just kind of muggy and rainy, and it's kind of lulled you to sleep yesterday. I mean, I was here all night, but,
It was
you were
beautiful.
sleeping.
But you also had a really busy day today. There's a lot going on with the Rhinelander Oneida County Airport and lots of good news. So why don't you share with us?
There seems to be always good news coming out of the airport. Finally, we're going to add that second flight from Delta on July 1st, right?
Okay.
So right now there's just one flight daily out of Rhinelander. Same thing with CWA on Delta.
Okay.
And there's a demand now. I mean, the demand is pent up, right?
Right.
To get these flights back to Minneapolis daily. And that kind of speaks volumes about the amount of tourism is still on track for the Northwoods.
Yes.
Right? So this second flight is being added by Delta. It'll be going July 1st again. And then we'll have 2 flights daily once again. We were down to 1 for a long time.
Now, I'm curious, did Delta reduce their flights to only 1 because of the pandemic?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Delta and many other airlines, literally they saw their volume drop by 95%.
Yikes.
So what they did, and rightfully so, they parked a whole bunch of aircraft all around the country and didn't fly them, right? So then they're saving that money because there's no demand for the product. And so now there's demand coming back. They're slowly putting planes back into the system. One of those is be coming to Rhinelander, over to Minneapolis, and that starts on July 1st once again.
So I remember last summer, Delta ended up having a 3rd flight.
Yeah, there were plans for a 3rd and 4th because the demand was so high out of Rhinelander, into and out of Rhinelander from Minneapolis. So that all was pre-COVID. Then the bottom fell out, right? And it really just fell out.
Do you think that this is almost like a phase, like phase 1 for kind of coming back with more flights with Delta? Because we are so busy right now, we might get even busier, and maybe there might be a possibility for a 3rd flight again.
Here's the thing. Delta is very impressed with the amount of demand out of Rhinelander. So they'll add flights wherever there's demand because they make money off those flights.
Sure.
Right? So we keep that demand high, we'll get some more flights. There was plans to have 3, even 4 flights. That fell apart when COVID kicked in.
Yeah.
So now we're in a rebuilding phase, 1 flight at a time, right?
Yes, one.
And then hopefully by next summer, we'll get back into a regime where, everything is up 20-30% again. And we'll have that demand for, 3 and 4 flights out of Rhinelander.
Where do you think people are going right now?
Well, they're flying out of here to Minneapolis. That's the only flight you can go to.
Yes.
But really, we're seeing the demand. It's not business travel yet. It's leisure travel.
Right. And I can imagine, if I were cooped up in the, my house for months, and, I was coming to the station here. I wasn't cooped up at home every day. So I really didn't know what that experience was like. So I can only imagine, yes, if I can get out.
People cannot wait to get away. They can't wait to get away. And it's goofier now. There's still restrictions in places. For example, I was gonna head out to Maine to do some business. I can't go to Maine right now without being in quarantine for 2 weeks because of state laws in Maine, right? So there's still goofiness out there in terms of restrictions on travel.
Yes.
So once it all kind of gets ironed out, we'll see what happens with the airline business, but they're ready to kind of expand again.
Right.
And it's going to happen. It's going to be all supply and demand.
Really quickly, there was a grant given, or there was some money given?
Yeah, there's all sorts, the airport's going through an improvement plan, right? So there's runway markings, there's tarmac repairs, there's all sorts of stuff. So the next one, they just got a new terminal, by the way. The terminal is fantastic. You've seen it.
I've seen it.
So now we're in this tarmac repair phase where it's a 40-year-old concrete apron around the terminal building. We're replacing that. So it's going to look real nice.